Behold!
You talking through a box fan?
Yes, exactly. that classic teen antic. Josh Price is there for it 100%. No, how could it? Hello, I'm Jeffrey K. Horkrims, and these are all the same people who were here before. A lot of excitement, a lot of vigor. Now, you might notice, the canny among you might notice that we're down one Tristan. I don't want to say what's happening, but it's not bad, and you don't want it to happen. You don't want to be doing it.
It's good, bad.
It's a toilet thing.
It's not good.
Yeah,
it's a pot. Thank you, thank you very much, Kate.
Yep.
Now,
I would want you to know.
Behold, now let's all of us.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I was not specific about it strategically. So
but I am.
I've got a lot
There's going to be a poop involved.
I got a lot of slides. I got a lot of slides. No, the most horrifying situation. Yes, Tristan doesn't feel good, and so she can't be here. But specifically,
they can't be here.
That's true. That's true. They is the correct one. But the main thing about it is that Mike once told me. So Crasp and I just recorded a podcast, an episode of Penny for Your Thoughts, available to the Club PA subscriber. And we were talking about when he got the swine flu. And he told me a harrowing tale. This is all I'm going to say. And then I'm going to open the book of Alyssa and we're going to read the litany. He told me that things had gotten so bad at this time that he had to throw up between his own legs on the toilet. And that's how I knew,
Was that a Mike thing or a me thing?
This is a Mike thing.
Okay, I don't remember that.
I feel like you
myself.
I feel like you would. I feel like if you're throwing up down strategic. Anyway, it was not great.
Misery. No,
I don't think that's what's happening to Tristan, but we'll find out. Now,
hope not.
Big updates. Obviously, watch social media. Let us open our hymnals to the Book of Alyssa. Announce Idle Champions code giveaway. Oh, nothing would bring me more pleasure. We're giving away the big Omen bundle. Big, featuring Unlock for Omen Drawn. It's me. 42 Omen gold chests and an exclusive golden epic. So consider this. Obviously, all of the text and descriptions for the items. Probably my favorite part about working with Codename Entertainment on that. One side note is it should be established, if you haven't seen the PAX game that Kate ran yet, Kate was able to extract a very unique Omen. I mean, I've been playing Omen for more than a decade, but Kate managed to extract a very particular polarity. And honestly, that's happened twice, because I played that game at the D&D event that you were running as well. And that was when I created that love connection with the Elder McElroy.
That's true.
So Kate's, indeed, yes. Kate has a very specific talent for extracting unique polarities of Omen. Now, next up, of course, you may not know, but it is my great pleasure to announce that PAX Aus, an online event, is right around the corner. 5 new Penny Arcade pins launching between this week and next. Of course, during PAX Aus, there's going to be contests between the PAX Twitch channels and the Penny Arcade Twitter, where you can win one of the new pins from our super cool partners. Of course, the Generosity Drop Bread pin, very cute. I think I retweeted it earlier today. And Creative Victoria's MIGW pin. I have been to this event. Launched today on the Cure Cancer store. So be on the lookout from where you can get your hands on these pins from each partner. There is a Name That Pin, sort of like a Name That Pokemon type scenario. Quite fun. Jump in. And the rules will be posted early next week. So much to enjoy. So much to celebrate. Number 3, Jerry. That's me. Spice and Dice. Very cranked up for this. Who is running the Spice and Dice game? I forget.
It's going to be me. I'm going to spice you and I'm going to dice you. Don't worry about it.
I didn't know it was that kind of situation. It's crazy. The C team, I mean, a substantial proportion of the C team. Not the entire C team. A lot of them are going to be at the PAX event virtually, of course, with the live Spice and Dice special. We'll be eating spicy gummy minis by Crawl Spaces and Critters in order to raise money for Game to Grow. And these gummies are arrayed, in order of their tremendous capsaicin content. Very, very excited about all of this. And my understanding is that the consumption of said gummies is connected to in-game events. Is that correct?
That's what I'm trying to do. Like, whether mechanically or story-based, like, there's going to be a device to spice. Get it?
That's incredible. You've been working on this all day. Now, you can start donating now through the Game to Grow Tiltify, and also donate during the game via Bits and Tiltify to make us eat the spicy minis. So it's also connected to, so there is a Desert Bussian aspect where our torments can be made manifold by your dark ministrations online. And of course, Game to Grow is a very, very cool outfit that is designed, it's Dungeons and Dragons designed to deliver therapeutic services. It is we're very, very proud to be working with them on it. I met them in over at the Mox Cafe, where we worked upon an adventure together. It is the Pied Piper in reverse. Think about it. Now,
person whose flute shoots rats out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Rats are
cake.
Rats are key. Absolutely. No, don't forget. You can just go to tiltify.com/game to grow. One big word. The Gummy Mini Kickstarter also launches this Friday at gummyminis.com. And they actually sent some of the prototypes to the studio, and they were quite good. I mean, they were, for me, it's like if I get a peep, you know what I mean? I like to break the seal on the peeps and just leave them in a drawer for a little while. I like that crust to form. I like a substantial gummy. I like a substantial.
How do I turn this video off? I don't want to be here.
Is that not?
I refuse to be a part of this.
Is that not part of it? Anyway, these are gummy minis, and so they must stand, which means they have a substantial chew. Now, top donor callouts number 4. To my right, still Bedrock or whoever. How are things at the hut?
Or whoever.
Probably him.
You decide.
It's me still. I'm gonna get you. And who am I gonna get you? And who exactly am I gonna get you? A little someone you might know as Kanan Flaxvine.
Ooh.
Ha ha ha.
Are you sure about that? You sure about that? That's not why?
You sure about that? You sure about that?
That's
you
not
sure that's
why.
what it is? That's now.
I feel like this is how you've just been delivering this every week, and I'm just now getting it.
Now, to the right of my right, now Prism, have you been able to manifest anything from your vision board?
Prism has left me notes. Says no able to attend is it says definitely. It had no able to attend it. Thank you. It said an underline said not a toilet problem.
Oh, really?
So now we know what it is not.
But water very bad.
Peeing out of ass.
Urine from butthole.
Refined.
Oh boy.
Is it supposed to feel spicy?
Well, yes, after next week's Game to Grow game. Sorry.
It says in related news, a mood board have picture of Catherine Melky is spelled out in ransom letters from magazine.
Wow.
Enjoy whatever it is that Prism mails to you. I think it is Mood Ring. It is unclear at this point. Have not been paying attention.
There's no way to know.
Right now, to my left, Yasmin Attende, has there been anyone who sort of stood out, anyone intriguing, sort of in a gym context?
Finally, it is my turn. I was at gym, not using bathroom because stall was taken. someone making much noises. But on my way into other bathroom,
Nice.
I see coming out, patting tummy in satisfied way, Admiral Sen.
Really?
A very tasty meal.
That's novel.
And that is the reverse Pied Piper of a toilet situation. Anyway, he pat on his stomach in this configuration, so I send him this to celebrate.
Wow, this is exotic, exciting content.
Interesting.
Now, to the left of my left. Now,
I am not done. I will also do Quiver.
Oh, God, I mean, I guess I don't hate it. Here, no. Try for a very small period. Are you done to clown, or I don't want to push it on you. I knew I'd do this.
High-pitched yitzben, I think.
No, meow.
Yeah,
You do it.
A meow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I too was stuck in a toilet, having a problem. It's not great. I don't want to share this detail with you, but upon my exit, I discovered a man. There is a person. He's standing in the restroom. Is a bathroom attendant. Name of Arcs Tangent. I say thank you for what? My hands. I'm clean. I use a soap. And all is good. And then I receive this is a paper towel. And thank you so much. It's crisp and old, but did the job. Nice dry pause. So
I have to be honest with you. I love the different ways both of you denigrate the gifts each time. It brings me so much pleasure. I find this garbage. This filth.
You just find it. Yeah.
My God. Well, listen, I mean, obviously, Cauldron tippers. Cauldron tipper.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cauldron tipper. Now, Admiral Sen, back at it again in Tyrannosaurus, apparently home from vacation. We are overjoyed to have you with us, of course. Thank you so much. And because the Cauldron was tipped fully 2 times, that means there are many treasures to be distributed to the people. Now, so let us, on the script that I have, it goes into the very next stage, which is the poll result discussion. So the poll result, the issue is that at the beginning of the episode, they didn't know exactly which one. I gave them 2 strange words whose purpose would be revealed over the course of the episode. And it was very
that they intentionally split the vote so that you have to do both pieces of blood. There's no point in giving them a choice.
They love it. I mean, and I'm not even mad at it. I mean, the truth is they do this shit on the brewing show too. They can't get enough. But so Numeria Fortunatus now, because the true enthusiast, of course, Omen claimed that Certainty's mother was Tymora. Certainty's mother is not Tymora, the goddess, but is in fact Numeria Fortunatus, who is the sometime avatar. But of course, Omen isn't going to say it this way. Now, but it should be said, what they voted to learn more about was the Adavast. And there are multiple questions in here. And because it's connected directly to what people wanted to know about anyway, which I assume is why it won the vote, I think we're just going to go into some of these still questions here, and that's going to cover basically everything we need to know about it. Now, Monkey House says, hey, C-Team, what is making you happy this week? This week?
The show Midnight Mass on Netflix. Watch it.
It's pleasing, yeah.
Don't look it up.
It's not making me happy, but it's
Don't
making
Google
me
it.
spooky.
It's making me spooky too.
Kate wouldn't tell me what it was, and that has made me want to watch it
Jerry.
so much. Well, Kate put me on to What We Do in the Shadows. I can't imagine that a TV show based on a mockumentary, that should be filth.
I know. It's too good. I honestly like it more than the movie at this point.
Matt Berry, you can't, I love him. I love that absurd voice that he has.
Wonderful.
Incredible.
It's exquisite. We will get back to some more questions here in a moment, but I know that people want to know who won all the goodies. So the Idle Champions codes, we're talking about the Big Omen bundle. Legends of Kings 42, saw them in the chat, always love to see it. And Shmoove Be Love, both stacking chests. Now, I hope that everyone saw it. It's possible they might even be able to see it by looking into the deep places of the earth now. But there is a Walnut spellbook, the story of Meilith and Mayalike, written by Walnut. I mean, it's cool. Legit. It is a one-of-a-kind artifact. And if someone ever asks you about it, you're going to have to make them watch 5 years of content for them to even understand it.
And they should.
And they should. Now, Betron Kenger, or it could be Betron Ken Jr. Maybe that's it.
Betron Ken Jr.
Betron Ken Jr. Now, backing that up, of course, the red table shaker D20, Mitzi Kitsy, another longtime ally of the program. Thank you so much. Now, do we have any concepts vis-a-vis an MVP out there? I mean, is our MVP Ryan Hartman for creating?
No, it was the anti-MVP. God, I'm still mad, Ryan.
The AMVP.
I feel like the MVP for this particular episode probably is the chain. I don't know. Like, what's a good inanimate object?
Yeah, a lot of animate objects
live around this. Yeah, there's a shoot. What about this cool rapier? That
yeah.
What about
that's true? The decorative rapier.
What about that awesome cot?
Premium cot.
Sick cot. Yeah, premium cot.
Honestly, the cot was prime now. I mean, it wasn't even. It was just like this.
Oh wow! You know what though?
The compass.
It was in the right place at the right.
The compass.
The compass. Can we really call it inanimate though?
I mean, it's moving the whole time. It never stops.
These things are fucking crazy.
It never
like a magic
stops.
eye.
It never stops. It's never stopped moving, Kate. They can't. They're always going fucking nuts in there.
You stare at the compass till your eyes go out of focus and you see shit. That's how they
honestly, dude. I don't even know what a compass is for.
I used to buy them at the mall all the time in the 90s.
It's a gag gift.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's that kiosk. They got that compass kiosk, and it's like, what are these fucking for?
It's gonna kill me. I'm gonna die.
Throw it away.
It's bad.
I think it's like a gyroscope. I think you can sort of feel that movement.
Chris, I'm pretty sure it's Euroscope.
Pardon me.
Now, there's a question here from longtime fan Kate Welch.
First time caller
says, "Hey, Alyssa, how many episodes do we have left?"
Oh dear.
Alyssa says 6.
Alyssa says 6 episodes.
More than 4, and that's what I promised.
Was that six more or 6 that the public has not seen yet?
I think it's 6. It's 6 that the public has not seen yet.
Yes.
6 fresh ones. It's Alyssa, so I feel confident in this assessment. We saw the first one that we filmed. Like, we filmed this one. This is fresh. This is right off the presses from last week. 2 more from that session, and then 4 more after that. Because I know that Tyrannosaurus and obviously Prinz Mu was sort of like, and Alyssa is also correct here. That doesn't actually include the Unplugged game or the bonus episode that we're doing for Spice and Dice. So, I mean, you're very, very well served in this context. All right. Well, that's longtime listener. Thank you so much, Kate, obviously, for your patronage these many years.
I never give you money. I just take it.
That's right. It has worked out really well for me, honestly. I've gotten back more than I gave. Kindled Sky. Jerry, you mentioned that you've known about the Rest for a long time. What inspired it, and does it have any connection to the other Forgotten Realms lore that we can feast on? Nope. The welcome site is essentially, there's been a couple Rests of Tymora in the campaign. The Wayrest Inn, I think, is the other famous one. And that is, of course, where the changeling baby lives with Omen's dad. And that is typically where our Father Gordon. That is typically where our...
what's up with that?
Right? That's typically where our Christmas episodes have taken place. And so I always like when I think about Tymora and like luck, and then there's a commerce aspect to it. And it's like when you need this sort of thing, like I always think about, and I'm not sure this is actually strictly canonical. In fact, I'm sure that it's not, but I love the idea that Timoran temples they're like hyper pragmatic in their execution. These are, you know what I mean? Like these are necessary, needed places for travelers.
Yeah.
And it isn't just like a church. It isn't like the Crossroads that has like the teen service. You know what I mean? Like its purpose is to provide real comfort to people on the roads. And
these
so
teens have to be at the edge of death. Like they're almost last final breath on these whippets. You got to get these teens in.
God, I have a whippet's tale. I'm sure I've already told it. I'm not going to tell it, but the urge to tell it is obviously very strong. So it's not connected to any other Forgotten Realms lore, but the main thing that it is connected to is Omen and Nymeria. And it is where Omen got the idea for the cartography, the cartographer class ability.
Oh.
Is the idea that it is that you can make this thing portable. Now, obviously, what Nymeria is capable of as a war scholar / proprietor of the Welcome Site, what she is capable of on that sanctified ground is obviously at a completely different scale. But that's where Omen got the concept from. Let's see. Kindled Sky is back in here, but Kindled Sky and Dr. Brad, I think, have similar questions. Dr. Brad says, that's a damn good session, or that's a damn good question. How long did you and Ryan know this horse shit was simmering? And then Kindled Sky says, at what point did the nature of still and the sword was known to Ryan? Was still as anglerfish lure part of the original character concept or something that evolved later? And to what extent was this nature collaborated on versus being a surprise from Jerry? And I'm basically going to put this all, I'm just going to direct it to Ryan because it's Ryan's concept. Now, like Chris's thing, I want to put a little bit of extra stuff out there so that there's things that they don't know. So when they play, they can learn and be a part of the game too. But this malevolent task, this whole thing is our sweet boy Ryan.
The still was always bad from the word go. It was supposed to be over the top, like way too far in like top left on the alignment chart.
Sweet boy culture.
Yeah, like almost as like as a trope, like going overboard. It was always supposed to be a bad character. When I first came up with because I was like, I wanted him to be a sweet little owl. I wanted him to look defenseless. I wanted him to be over the top, honorable and good. And then there was always the undercut betrayal as part of the character. Although the sword angle, that was Jerbear, because initially he was just going to have a demon form. And there's early concept art. Maybe I'll put the early concept art out there now. There was supposed to be like a demon transformation. And it was the whole gimmick was just going to be like, because no one would trust the demon. So it's like, he has to put on this thing to get people to like trust him. And it did evolve with the sword angle, but the idea that there is no still, that he's just a puppet sort of thing. That was like,
I can't believe that you have kept this from us for over a year and a half at this point.
Yeah.
None of us had any fucking clue. And the betrayal that you can see televised in my expression and my language, my coarse language at the table, is all extremely genuine. And I'm still chapped about it.
Still chapped after all these years.
Nice. Yeah.
It was amazing.
I mean,
wonderful.
It didn't even fully land in this one.
No, I know. There's more
That's
coming.
one-
There's
Yeah,
definitely
that's
more coming. Yeah.
not to spoil next episode, but next episode's where the real payoff happens.
It's fucking hot.
It's rough.
No, and it's
a
like
rough
I
one.
even pitched to Jerry early on where I was trying to figure out a way. I was like, can there be some sort of overstated goal that like is constantly being undermined and you don't connect the dots till the end, that it was still actively like sabotaging the group the whole time? And then we didn't get there, but that was like one of the things I was trying to inject early on, was just like,
God. Here, no, Ryan,
I was like, can I be the bad guy? Can I be the antagonist of the series for the next arc?
Yeah. Now Armando Snippet says, Ryan, how could you? I assume this is connected to the previous thing, or it's connected to some other act of perfidy we aren't, conscious of. But no, it was a blast. Of course, I've known, because this is what Ryan wanted to do basically from the jump. One of the main ways that he expresses it is it seems nice and it looks nice, but Ryan is often healing people that don't need it.
Well, yeah. So yeah, if you go back and watch the episode when Triss is the other, what's the other elf?
Vanta.
Prism?
Right?
Vanta.
Oh, Vanta.
Vanta. When Vanta shows up and I heal Vanta, it wasn't like altruism. Even at one point I say I give Vanta her knife back, and then Chris, you go, well, I kicked the knife away, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was legit trying to like
it.
heal her and give her knife back, and it could just be misinterpreted as he's a sweet boy trying to do the good thing.
Yeah.
You're a real piece of crap.
No, if you enjoyed tonight's episode, next week is an opportunity to stretch it out in the manner of a caramello, and investigate the concept. Oof. Well, that's obviously 100% marvelous. Now, Ram Rapara says, where do you get naming inspiration for items, cities, NPCs, etc.? I once named a whole fleet of boats Boat because I couldn't think of anything better. Well, my whole relationship with Mike Krahulik, which arguably has gone pretty well, on the whole, is that he hates naming shit. He hates all that stuff. He finds that part of storytelling and DMing so boring. Like, it's boring enough that he just won't do it. He'll come to me for a name. He's like, what should we call this? Thornwatch. Right? What should we call this charity? Child's Play. Okay, how about the show? What would be like Penny Arcade Expo? Let's make a word. And we'll make it a word PAX, but it's also like it's a truncation of the, right? It's like, he just doesn't want to do it. It's not fun for him. And so, but there's lots of people like that. They don't enjoy that part of it. For me, that's like most of it. I just want to name things. And then the rest of it is anguish.
And then there's Fantasy Steve, right?
Fantasy Steve. But that's only because of your constant abuse.
You got to call your shots, I think. You got to choose your battles.
Yes.
My favorite naming gimmick is to come up with like a phrase and then run it through Google Translate or Battlefish.
That's a great tool.
Until I find like another language. It's like, in Dutch. And then I alter it a little bit so it's not word for word. That's like, that was the funny reveal on Dinar and all his family.
On Dinar, right?
And Dinar, but they're all named after reindeer. You just gotta connect dots. Still Bedrock. I forget what language I did it from. Literally means like secret betrayer or something.
Shut up.
Yeah, it does.
You
God
fucking
damn it.
dork. Why didn't we go to Babelfish first? For me, it tends to be about, so like for something like Atavast, I just want it to sound old. I need it to sound like it's the word that has sort of passed out of modern parlance, which of course serves a instrument like this. If more people think that that's a story, that's very good news for the Atavast. Let's see. Obviously, next up, let's thank our partners, Level Up Dice, Idle Champions, and Elderwood Academy. Elderwood Academy, I mean, we love working with all of this whole squad, but Elderwood Academy has really taken it upon themselves to embroider these special gifts for the Shadow Council and make really cool, one-of-a-kind items that I think will be real treasures for those who win them in the chat. And it should also be said, not a sponsor of the program, but certainly Jeff Cowles is moving from Penny Arcade over to Reuben's Brews, which, as I told him, if he had gone to a bad brewery, it'd be a very different conversation. But Reuben's is, as I said to him directly, is really one of the four horsemen of Pacific Northwest Brewing. Like, it is really, really an incredible outfit. And they will certainly benefit from his being there. But the fact of the matter is that, now, live play, D&D, actual play, there's different terms that people leverage for it. when we were putting all of this stuff together and he was putting together live shows, these had to be some of the first live show D&D played anywhere on a stage for that kind of audience. I mean, just as a historical artifact, Jeff Cowles and his deep desire, that theater kid energy to put that fucking show on no matter what, even if there's no genre and people don't even know it's a thing yet. Jeff is ready to be out there with a hand drill, manually building a table for you to play on, in a room that you think is too big, and you are a little bit ashamed preemptively. And then 800 people show up, and people can only stand in the back. And some part of that must honestly accrue to Jeff Cowles. And so obviously we honor him with that tonight. We love you, man. Go get him. I hope that when the rye brews end up back at the tap house, you're going to give a motherfucker a call. Don't be stingy with the beverages, is what I'm saying, Jeff. But hey, until next time, we got a real corker of an episode for you next Wednesday. Come see us, and it's been our great pleasure. May our labors please you. See ya.